Yep. Hey, yo. Listen what I'm saying. Burning time. Sorry for any listening to my podcast backlog after the live stream. I record the podcast live for people to like come kick in and say, "What's up?" and then add to the discourse. But I really do ramble and BS until I can verify that the audio is working, and boom. Test. Sorry. Okay, cool. I can yell. It doesn't hurt nobody. All right. I haven't eaten all day. I got some sugars, dude. Do you want to do some sugars? You like sugars, huh? Where are all my scamming ass stickies at? Yeah, what's up, dude? So listen, man, I was on the way to a funeral, right? And my daughter was in the back seat and she had a coloring book. And I'm like, that's messed up. You need a pen or a crayon or a colored pencil or marker or something. But I was driving. I was driving on the highway. So I was kind of, no looking, grabbing around. And I touched a freaking razor, bro. And I'm dressed in nice clothes. I wasn't like fully swagged out, like on my superstar level type stuff, but I was pretty decked out. So like, not decked out, but you know what I mean? I was wearing nice dress clothes. I look good. And I was going to a funeral and I freaking trying to grab a pencil or a pen for my daughter to draw in the car. I cut my finger on a razor that was sitting back there because I am tactical and I like to be prepared for anything. So I do keep a razor in my car, you know? I used to do like a sales job where sometimes you'd be out till like 10 p.m. or something. And then you're trying to go to the gym also because you're just a rabid, animalistic hustler. And you're married to the grind, married to the hustle. And your side bitch is the bustle. Ayo. But seriously, it wasn't a good time to cut my finger. It wasn't a good thing to happen. And you know what? I sliced her good. Sliced her good because I'm in the car driving on the highway and my finger's bleeding profusely. It was not awesome at all. And my finger was bleeding pretty. It wasn't like a seeping like spray or nothing like that, which is gross. I don't like blood, freaks me out, but like when I have to deal with it, my mind has a Chama mode. You guys know the fighter Alex Pereira, the Chama. So even if blood grosses me out when it's time to be Chama. What's up, Polly? And since this, you guys, for safety, I have placed the razor in a special pocket in the bag so that it can't cut anybody else. And I'll be the only one that accidentally got cut by my it's a razor, Dollar Tree razor. I get for your shaving your face. If you, not like a razor was out, like a random razor blade. I'm saying like the razor to trim your beard and stuff. Anyways. And yeah, basically I had to make a turn a quit thing, like a little like, because it's like, oh, I gotta really patch this up kind of for right now or it's gonna get all over me. Like a band-aid wouldn't be enough. I needed tape, which I usually, if I've got a cut, I usually go for the tape and skip the band-aid. If I fear that it's been exposed to anything like dirt or grime or anything, I'll put the rubbing alcohol. I keep rubbing alcohol for cuts and stuff. And I'll do that. The pain doesn't bother me. The pain doesn't bother me anyway. What's that? Frozen? I don't know. But anyways, I used a headband. I had a headband in the car and some like athletic tape in my gym bag. I had the gym bag in my car, which reaching in the gym bag, I'm like, dang, bro, like now I'm about to be scared where I'm reaching. I have trauma now, or if I'm grabbing for something and not looking specifically, if I'm looking for a colored pencil or something or a marker for my daughter to draw on the long car ride, I get cut by a razor for that. What's that gonna do to my psyche? What's that gonna do to my ability to perform? No, I'm playing, you guys. But anyways, I neutralized the bleeding. It just, going to a funeral with a slicer. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad look. It's just a bad. It looks bad. Oh, they're mad about it, or they're a cutter or something. I'm just saying that's what was in my head. I was like, damn, people are gonna think my family's gonna think I'm emo, but I don't know. I guess I am emo. Yeah, for the main part, I like trying to chill like a villain and hustle and work hard. And sometimes you cut your finger on a razor blade, and that's life. You get stuck between a rock and a hard place. Who was that guy? Aron Ralston or something. Y'all know what I'm talking about? A rock in a hard place, not the saying. I'm talking about the dude who wrote a book called Rock in a Hard Place. And no, we're not talking about a strip club. All right. Yep. Which one do I need to click? This one? Yeah. Also share system audio. I will share my audio with you guys too. I'm a nice guy. I'm trying to share a window right now. I'm doing share screen. And it's saying also share system audio. So it wants to know if I also want to share my audio with you guys. And I am a nice guy. So I'm going to do that. All right. We got to listen to Money for Nothing. Get all this out of here. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Rockin' the Hard Place guy. It'd be like Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. He'd say like rock in. What would he say? What would Ricky say? The saying rock in a hard place, like rocking a hard place. Yeah. When you got to go rock a hard place, when you got to go put on for the city. You have a good time. You rock for the hard place. I'm like, no, Ricky, it's rock in a hard place. Bubbles. If you don't know the show Trailer Park Boys, I probably seem like a fucking psycho right there, but that's not my problem. I try to make this show like TV, you know what I'm saying? Or like a wide audience. So I don't want to like talk about Trailer Park Boys all day. It is a great show. I know you have your niches. Does this look good? How does this look, Polly? I need to contact Polly from HQ. Yeah, this looks good. It's got me down there in the corner showing my screen. Okay. We're winning championship season. Rocking a hard place. No. The guy. The book. The guy. The book. He's in the thing. Aron Ralston. I ain't stupid. Bitch. I ain't stupid. Aron Ralston, yeah. It's literally what I said. We could do rewind footage. I have the rewind function because I'm neurodivergent and sometimes I completely forget what I'm talking about and have to like go back in the live stream. So we got DVR, baby. And I couldn't use my OBS. I usually use OBS and it's a little more fancier. But I think this is really going to show the camera quality of my new 4K camera. It was $50, which is a lot for me. I got a $50 tip at work today. Ayo. No, I wasn't. Oh my goodness. I also have a runny nose all the time. I wasn't insinuating to buying anything. I'm cleaning my system. You feel me? I'm staying away from the party substances. but it's the temperature changes, bro, and I just plus I hit a bunch of Barry Dab Sanders before this. Some Jerry dab rice, some Benjamin Wallace. I'm coming off the glass like Benjamin Wallace. Anyway, Aron Ralston, I saw him. He went to Carnegie Mellon, I think, or something like that. The like the Ivy League school or whatever. I think it's like an Ivy League. Carnegie Mellon. Yeah, because he was the one. So he got famous like this was a while ago. It was 2004. Okay. I went to my cousins who I would never really saw them much growing up because they lived in Pennsylvania. But my cousins or something on my granny's side, I don't know, a bunch of cousins. I think it's yeah. Anyways, it was out there, and they're Steeler fans. We were cool though. It was a good time. I always had a good time there as a kid. Anyways, yeah, my aunt Bid. She's named Aunt Bid. They called her Aunt Bid. I think she's still alive. I don't know. She's like a spiritualist or something on the low. There's always like she had like a presence. You know what I'm saying? Almost like she's like foreign or something, and but smart. You know what I'm saying? Because some foreign people, a lot of them, well, if you're in America and English isn't even your first language, and you grew up in another country, yeah, it's pretty um, common for those people to be above average intelligence. So, anyways, we went out there to Pittsburgh because my cousin homie graduated from Carnegie Mellon. It was a good time there. Let me think some specific details. The Pittsburgh Steelers, I think, used to practice around there or something. I was playing Tetris on my dad's BlackBerry. Damn, that's a good memory. And I think at this time, so he came back to college to do because he got trapped between a boulder. So yeah, I got to explain this better. There was a boulder. This man, Aron Ralston, between a rock and a hard place. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I just like to share interesting things about my life as well. He was an American outdoorsman. He had to amputate his own right arm. Let's just read off this shit. Thank you, Wikipedia. Blah blah. Credit to Wikipedia. Disclaimer: all credit is Wikipedia. I don't know. Good shit. Anyways, he had to amputate his own right arm with a multi-tool and like tie it in a tourniquet, and because he was stuck between a rock and a hard place. He was literally in a canyon doing some climbing, and a rock fell, and his arm got stuck in the canyon, so he had to like cut his arm off like a beast. Fuck, man. Why didn't he just move the arm? And now he has like this Luke Skywalker shit or something. No, he made his arm into a multi-tool because that's how he had to cut off his arm. So he made his arm into literally his arm. So he had to cut off his arm in this incident because he got stuck in the canyon in Utah, the Utah canyons, and he's stuck with this rock, and he wrote a book about it. Go read the fucking book. So, my biceps sore as hell though. And then he made it. He made it because he cut off his own arm. So he made it out of this situation. He lived, tell the story of how he was stuck between the rock and what he had to go through in terms of what goes on in the human brain when they're trapped, and that's why I'm not going to the canyon, bro. Everyone's like, let's see the Grand Canyon. Well, what if you walk up to it and it has like erosion and fucking everybody falls? Or what if you I want to go climb over there, and then nobody can hear you, and you're like, I'm fucking stuck. I'm stinking stuck. I'm freaking stuck in a rock in a hard place. What are you gonna do, man? So it's kind of an interesting book because he's talking about the human brain's element of being stuck in such a life-threatening, scary situation where you can't call for help. I guess nowadays I wouldn't have. We got cell phones. I'm still not doing it. I'm good. I'm good on the Grand Canyon. You know what? I'll do the Grand Canyon in one condition. I want like the female Evil Knievel to give me a ride over that bitch. I want the woman version, trans acceptable, woman version of Evil Knievel, and I want to be on the back, naked, get jumped over the Grand Canyon. That's what I'll go Grand Canyon for. That's what I'll go Grand Canyon for. I'll wear some undies just so I'll wear like a Speedo or something, or like I'll wear pants, shorts, normal. I'll just wear normal pants, but no shirt. Be like, ayo, no helmet. The bike like fucking stalls out before the ramp, dude. You just see two people just fucking just stinking flying off of a damn Grand Canyon. I told you so. God, I'll be going down that, dude. If I was on the back of a motorbike that was about to jump over the Grand Canyon and it stalled out and it messed up and we were falling to our insured deaths, I'll be like, I told you so. You can remember episode Bryan's World, where Bryan clearly stated, go back in the footage, find the episode. I clearly stated, nah, I'm not trying to go to the Grand Canyon because something stupid gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But Aron Ralston, great guy. He was an outdoorsman. So now he's got like, he doesn't have an arm anymore. Had to cut it off to get out of the rock. And he's got like a hook. He can do Captain Hook. Free Captain Hook. Anyway, Captain Hook was the dude. And then no, why should we look up the plot of the movie Captain Hook? Why am I haven't seen it as an adult. I know this is random. Let me just go down my fucking random paths and we'll get back to Aron Ralston. I'm almost done talking about it anyways. Wait, what was I saying right there? Neurodivergence. Luckily, we have the rewind function. Go into the... Everybody take a breathe in, breathe out. It's the quick rewind function. Oh yeah, Captain Hook. I remember so for some reason in my brain I have sympathy for Captain Hook, even though he's obviously the bad guy of the Peter Pan or whatever. But there was a movie called Hook or something. It was Captain Hook, and it was like live action. It was like Peter Pan live action. It was really about Captain Hook. I just remember having some kind of sympathy, like, whatever his thing was. Like he's actually, I know he's the villain. It's like Joker. It's like the Joker, kind of. Like, he's got a point. This guy talks shop, you know what I'm saying? If somebody talks shop, you're not gonna... Holy shit, I scared the titties out of me. A sign fell let's not get into it, because that's a crime. It's a sign from a parking lot. Well, it was college grounds, so it's probably only different rules, bro. College rules. I was in my stomping grounds today, y'all. For my job, I was in downtown Akron, driving a large truck. That's all the specifics I'm going to get into in terms of what I do. But there was a big truck, and I was the driver driving in downtown Akron. Some massive synchronicities, starting with my new job. Some of them heartbreaking, actually, and actually not good. Not on my end. Just somebody at the place passed away over the weekend, and it's just a little. He was training me, so like, you know what I'm saying. It's like one of the, you're remembering names, and I'm like, I only remember like 3 names, and they were one of them, and they were training you in the truck, showing you how to drive, bro. I mean, I really, I guess that was my only, and he's kind of young dude too. Yeah, passed away over the weekend. It's Godspeed to his soul. You know what I'm saying? Blessings to the family. It's rough, and I really just kind of, a lot of people don't deal with someone super close and young, like passing away. I dealt with that like, what was that, 26? No, not even, like a 24. I was like a 24-year-old having to deal with that. Like one of my closest friends passing away. Shout out Gary. Well, I had Gary dream. I still have Gary dreams, and we party, dude. It's sick, bro. Dude, I have these lucid dreams. And I party. It's like really fun. And I remember like details. I have the details as memories. It's insane. Dream world, lucid dreaming. My medication. I mean, my mediation that I watch on YouTube and mediate. I watch a mediator. No, anyways, yeah, affects the dream. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be more proper on the thing. I don't want to be like I'm on a medication and think it's like funny. I need my boof, dude. I eat that pill. And it puts me to sleep so I can wake up and be heard as no, not that kind of like Trailer Park Boys heard. No, I mean, that's you say it different. Heard, when you're saying heard, it's like Canadian. It's Canadian slang, and like being heard. Ayo, figure out, dude. I don't know. Maybe Captain Hook. What is with my asphyxiation of Captain Hook? Let's not look it up. Should we look it up? Let's see what's up with Polly. How you doing, Polly? Oh, you're talking about Christopher Walken, the watch. Yeah, he's just in his anus. Oh, it's cool. But yeah, um, you rise above. You rise above. Cool. Yeah, so I was talking about cut myself with a razor blade. That's pretty much. I mean, what else you need to know? I made a thing so it stopped the bleeding, but kind of probably looked like it. Had to. It was a tough one. Sometimes, usually, you just can hold it. If it's like your finger or something, and you get dinged up, you can just hold it, and you can stop the bleeding pretty quickly if you just really hold that shit really hard. It might hurt, it might sting, but just hold it. But this was different, man. On your way to a funeral is crazy. But I suppose it did bring up a story. Well, the funeral was from my gramps who passed away, which it's like a grandparent, so you know what I'm saying. Like it's I was blessed to have my grandparents as long as I did, anyways. Um, but yeah, it's a sad thing. You don't want to show up with a cut finger. But anyway, we went to Put-in Bay, and I was of drinking age. I was in college, and we went to. It was kind of like my granny and gramps' last time going to. They go to this Catawba Island club, and then you go to like Put-in Bay, or we used to go to Cedar Point on vacations. We used to go to vacations every year, so there's a lot of memories at this place. There's a lot of good nostalgia. There's a lot of good and Put-in Bay. Hey, turn up. And I was 21 in college, so I'm taking my grandparents out there. Driving the cart and stuff. Make sure that if you're familiar with Put-in Bay, it's like an island boy. Island boy. But yeah, no. Anyways, so you go up to where Cedar Point. People might know that nationally. So we go up there. We go on vacation. We're playing golf at the club, the yacht club there, eating some good perch sandwiches and whatever, like good fish, high quality food. And again, I was in college, drinking age, have some beers, I have some drinks. And then one of the days we went to Put-in Bay. So I took them to the island. And we get on the thing, and there's a piece of metal, and it like cut my gramps when we were getting in the golf cart. We were all set up, ready to go, made it to the island, and they got cut by the thing. So, and he's on like blood thinners and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So like we had to go up to the medic on the Put in Bay Island boy. Had to hit the medic, dude. And we were trying to hit the bar. So we had to hit the medic. And we had to get Gramps all stitched up because, like, yeah, you know, you can't just, it was not something like it needed to be stitched. But it wasn't like a big deal, you know, it was the biggest deal. It wasn't like urgent, oh my goodness, like life threatening or nothing. It was just like, you know, go up to the medic, stitch her up, and then we'll get us to the bar. So there you go. We literally did that. And then we went to one of the bars there. There's I think they took the banner down, bro. They used to have Kyrie Irving making the shot to win the finals for the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. And yeah, I don't know what happened to it. They took it down. But anyways, when we were up there, it was still up there. So anyways, yeah, you know, we just trolled around Put in Bay, some drinks and some food. I think that it was a solar eclipse that day. I was like, Earth is flat. I posted on my Snapchat story. I was saying Earth was flat. Everybody, and they think I'm crazy, but if you really look it up, it's probably true. Ayo. Nope, I don't know. I didn't say that. But yeah, it was you know, I'm a spiritualist. Sometimes I get annoyed with the synchronicities at this point. It's just like, come on, you know, it's messing with me. But yeah, so to have cut my finger on my way to Gramps' funeral when the last time we went to Put in Bay, and it was like their last time going there, and they had a lot of history there because my Gramps was into sailing and racing the sailboats and these big races. It was a big deal. And yeah, you know, but we persevered through it and partied. made it made it right, you know. Coca-Cola, Coke works to remove blood stains. I'll drink a Coca-Cola. It's not bad. But yeah, you know, money for nothing and your chicks for free, dude. No, it is, yeah, there's some deeper lore. I keep getting more lore with the song Money for Nothing. Like ever since I started listening to that song every single day. Dude, the music you listen to affects you. That's why people get stuck listening to all that sad emotional shit. And then you wonder why you're mad at your girlfriend or your wife. You were mad at them for no reason. It's just because you've been listening to like country music and they're always talking about drama. Literally, dude, promise. Promise, you guys. On chicken. I promise on chicken. I seriously promise to chicken. The type of music you listen to directly influences. Is it nice to listen to Juice World? Sure, but you're gonna be a bitch. Like it's good music. He's got a good voice. It's maybe the one like where he says, "When I'm on the Molly, I'm a savage." That'll pipe you up. But you gotta stay like piped up. You can't. If you listen to all the sad music, which I don't mind. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? I listen to some emotional music, I guess. I used to though a lot more when I was crazy and emotional. Oh, I still have my issues now, but I just get like angry ghetto. Listening to rap music. But then I also listen to a bunch of rock music to balance it out. So it's like free fall and from like you go from like I go hard in the motherfucking pain, and then you go straight free fall, and you go straight into free fall. It's a good vibe, and the oh, that's funny. Gets you piped up. But yeah, there's a lot of history in the world. I want to do something. Let's do where'd that go? Ah, yes. I saw a topic on which I wanted to speak upon. And I don't like to do things. I'm interested in the war. I like the news about the war. I think that's kind of interesting. Like shit popping off. Oh shit. I'm a Iran sympathizer. Okay. Allah Akbar. As soon as I said that, my views went up, by the way. I am Iran sympathizer. I sympathize for all the people around the world. But either way, we're not going to necessarily talk about a news story here. We're going to talk about. Did I talk about in a hard place enough? I said that I saw him live because he gave the graduation ceremony speech at my cousin's graduation, who graduated from Carnegie Mellon, which is like some high level. I still have some cups. I keep the cups. I kept the cups. Some glasses. I'm a collector of all sorts of things. All right. We're gonna go with most ambitious and crazy proposed ideas from scientists. I spent some time. I think this is interesting stuff. Okay, not all science is blah blah blah. It kind of is though. If your science isn't focused on working on all the people suffering in the world, you know, people don't even have food, and you put it in perspective. Put it in perspective. People ain't got food and water. Well, unless you're gonna feed those people, I don't care about your scientists. But let's see what they're talking about. Then this looks like some new shit. I don't want this new neural network quantum shit. I want like in 1962 they tried to build like a blimp that would block out the sun so that you could have shade in a parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're gonna put this blimp at this certain angle way up there. And it's not gonna make everything dark, but the blimp will make shade for our parking lot. And you pay for the blimp to have shaded parking lot. In Texas, dude, that could be a big deal. I'm just saying. Shade in your parking lot in Texas and those kind of places, big deal. If you don't live in those types of places, you don't even know what I'm talking about. But it is a big deal for them. It's freaking hot all year. Yeah, at some point, and then it gets really hot in the summer. Yeah, at some point you gotta find some freaking shade. The sun's hotter out there. I've been to California. Dream of Californication. Yeah, no, I've been there. It's full of evil. Demons. No, it does smell like demons. Like, I don't know if you guys know what demons smell like. Maybe I was just drunk when I was in California. No, it smelled like demons, bro. It smelled like cigarettes and demons. It smelled like a demon smoking a cigarette. You're gonna go to a bench and ask for a cig, and some guy named Lucifer is gonna hand you Lucifer cigarettes, and then, well, that kind of happened. I had to get a cigarette from somebody. It was off the streets, so I don't know if it was hoo ha or wacky, or stinky pinky, or lickety split. I don't know what was in that cigarette, man. But I hadn't had nicotine in 12 hours, so it felt like somebody put a lickety split in there. Okay, some of the most ambitious and wild proposals from scientists involve terraforming planets. Yeah, everyone knows about that. Seeding the galaxy with life using nanobots. They can't use Why don't you just make life that makes other people have food? Oh my god. You could make life here with the people need food for the man. I'm about to get pissed off. See, this wasn't a good idea because this is gonna make me mad. The fuck are they talking about? I should have done a gap episode, like a chill episode before doing this. Okay, seeding the galaxy with life using nanobots. Harvesting entire star system. You want to harvest the energy from the sun like you guys don't even have enough energy. We have enough energy. We just don't need all this new AI stuff in the data centers. That's all that is. Jesus Christ. Seeding the galaxy with life using nanobots. That's the one that's effing me up. Stinking me up. I had to get out chicken, get out the belt, fucking foul. That's a stinking foul. It's a technical foul. What the hell? But okay, these are wild proposals. So let's calm down. These aren't maybe things that they're actually doing. But why would you even say that when you have world hunger? Excuse me? Excuse me? You're gonna seed the galaxy with life, you fucking God mimicking. You gonna mess with God? Sometimes sometimes you gotta tell God, you stop messing with me, you little bitch. I'm gonna come up there and beat your ass, God. But he'll understand, he'll forgive you or whatever. I don't give a shit. God is not something we know. I don't know. I guess people know. Faith, trust God, big trust. I'm big trust, you guys. I trust the spiritual realm. I just don't get specific. I think there's entities that are good. Angels. You can talk to angels, whatever. Some of them like to party, dude. Not my fault. It's like Roman shit. They get weird. It's like the mythology or whatever. It gets weird. Maybe all that stuff's real. That they're gonna be saying something about like we're a quantum baba. We're a quantum battery for Rick and Morty's car. Oh no. Oh jeez, Rick. All these people their whole lives and they think that they live in a real world, but it really is your car battery. Isn't that kind of messed up? Shut up, Marty. Well, give me your phone number, friend Jessica. I'm fucking hammered. Oh, jeez, oh man, grand break. Yo, harvesting entire star systems. How about you harvest my ass? Treating the cosmos itself as a giant conscious computer. Would they chill? Who's saying this? Golly. A giant conscious computer? Well, a computer is just a machine that functions. You can say that about any machine. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, compare it to a computer. That's fine. We live in a matrix. Sure. Yeah. It doesn't not fit. It doesn't not fit. If it's like a glove, if it's good. Like OJ Simpson. No fit, no fit, no hit. That's what was it again? If the glove don't fit, you cannot quit. OJ Simpson. Well, married his wife, you know. What are you gonna do? People do that. It's stupid. Waste time. What's that gonna do? What's that gonna do? Stupid. All right. The universe as a neural network. Well, this is just physicists have proposed that the entire universe functions at a quantum level like a vast self-learning brain that fine-tunes its own physical laws over time. No, it doesn't give a fuck what you think about it. First things first, the universe don't give a fuck what you think about it, bro. You want to talk? You ever talk to the universe? Talk to the spirits? They don't give a shit. They want to know what you're here for. And they're gonna judge you with karma. I mean, fine tunes its own physical laws over time. That sounds freaking wild. That almost kind of ties into the CERN Hadron Collider that I talked about in the previous episode. You guys hear what I'm saying? Because remember we were talking about them quarks, the strange quarks. I basically read off all the scientific stuff, but basically what it sort of implied is like, could the law of physics change where gravity is less? I don't believe in gravity, but you get it. The thing that holds you down is like less, and you can jump higher. Like you get a higher jump. Oh my god, what are they calling me for scaring me? Um, So yeah, anyways, um learning brain that fine-tuned its own physical laws over time. So yeah, I was saying that they have all these weird terminology and strange quarks and leptons and quasimodos, but it does imply that maybe some Rick and Morty type shit, where you go to dimension C57 and yeah, you can jump higher. Like messing with the physical existence of our reality is potentially in play with some of the equipment such as the CERN Hadron Collider. They literally said it could damage the Earth. Have you ever heard that before? I mean, maybe about littering, like you're hurting the Earth, but like, oh, we're gonna damage the Earth. Like we fucked it up a little bit. Like the whole thing, we threw it off because we started a mini black hole. Blah blah blah. I talked about that yesterday. If you want to hear more about the CERN Hadron Collider, tune into the other day's episode. Yay. If you haven't already, hit the unsubscribe and get the fuck out of here. You can downvote. No, for real though. So, anyways, if physicists propose this idea that the universe functions at a quantum level and it's like some kind of self-learning brain that fine-tunes its own physical laws over time, that implies that the physical laws of our reality could potentially change and adjust over time. I don't know exactly what they mean by that, but it sounds like some Rick and Morty shit. Like you can jump higher, you can run faster. You just got your stretch man. We got crazy physics. You can be stretch man, like throw your arm and it stretches. Your skin's all stretchy. We get randomly have an exoskeleton. We turn ourselves inside out and we're inside out people. We live in a butt universe. I don't know what could happen if you start messing with the physical laws of the realm that we live in. I don't think that's a good idea. But if physicists are proposing this idea and it has become one of the first things that we look at and see on the Google when we look most ambitious and crazy proposals, you're telling me that one of the first things that comes up is obviously something that they've been talking about the most, right? So it ties into exactly what I was talking about, dude. They try to fine tune your freaking brain with all this science stuff and the popular stuff in science community and this mainstream media type stuff and mainstream YouTube and TikTok or whatever. Because the CERN might change some laws of our reality. So they want to make sure when everybody can dunk all of a sudden, or we all morph into raccoons or something crazy, dude. I don't know what happens when you start playing with strange quarks and combining particles at high enough speed to cause a black hole. I don't know what happens when you have a bunch of underground radioactive waste, or I don't know what starts to happen. But like, as terms of violating our physics or the physics changing and adjusting to us, that just sounds kind of crazy. Does it not? Like everything, all the developments of mathematics are like they stood their ground. I mean, maybe some things were disproven and this blah 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 theories, but certain things like 2 + 2 = 4. I mean, what are they saying? 2 + 2 is suddenly going to equal 5. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what it's science physics. Go watch an episode of Rick and Morty if you want to bet. Honestly, I swear. Go watch an episode of Rick and Morty if you want to get in the frame of mindset of kind of what I'm talking about here, because they jump to different dimensions where there's different laws of physics and such. Like the one was literally a butt universe. Everything was butts. Every planet was just butts. It's insanity. But is that what we're talking about here? Because it kind of seems like it, you guys. Are they going to leave a voicemail of what they actually want? No, because it's not something important that I want to answer. All right, let's. That is interesting that I am looking this up today, and it did tie into the CERN, what I was talking about yesterday. Exactly. That is interesting that would be popular because I don't really look too much into this stuff anymore. I just browse it when I'm doing a show. This is my research. Baby universe generation. We can do this. Give me inspiration, chicken. Theoretical models suggest scientists might one day trigger false vacuums in a lab to birth brand new. Nah. Shut the fuck up. I can't. What are they talking about? False vacuum. What the? What in the stinking name of stink is a false vacuum? What they're just coming up with stuff. The space is a vacuum. No, it's not. What the fuck does that mean? It sucks you in? No, it doesn't. You float away. Probably good. You can't go to space. It's not real. Can't go past. No humans have been past Van Allen radiation belts ever. Blah blah blah. Space was made a final frontier, but it's made in space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Psycho spies from China trying to steal your mind's elation. False vacuum. What? What did I say? What did I just say? No, it's not showing you guys the right screen. Second. No. I just Googled false vacuums. Guess what it is. What did I say? They're just making stuff up, right? With these terms and these things. A vacuum, a false vacuum. Look, what is the first thing it says? A theoretical space. It's theoretical. It doesn't exist. It has not been observed. It's a theory that it could be possible. Polly says a false vacuum is like a shark, but you got to get it out of the package and it's no name. Oh, like a shark? I sold Kirby's. Kirby vacuums are horrendously overpriced, but they're probably the best vacuum. Maybe I don't know. I've never seen the other. I've never seen them. I know how much they cost to make, and I feel like there's some people who still owe me checks. I'm feeling like Kanye. I do feel this way. I still think that they owe me money, but I'm not gonna bust down on them like that. I'm not like that. Do me one time, do me bad one time, shame on me. Do me twice bad, shame on you. Do me third, do me bad a third time, and I might piss in your mail. Oh god. Quantum looks like some titties that need to be milked. That's fucked, dude. All right. For Christ's sakes. Anyway, that was okay. I told a toad is so. A toad is so. A toad is so. Because what did I say? I said false vacuum is not real. It's just something they made up. And yes, it's a theory that somebody made up. Ding ding ding. Intermission, bitch. Intermission. I don't have any intermission music. All right. No, seriously, what was I trying to do here? Um, Intermission. I have a sign somewhere. Has anybody seen my intermission? Ah, here we go. Under pressure. Looking down on me. Is that all right? Can you see that? That it says intermission? I don't think they can. That's all right. They need some intermission music. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Them hammers, freshness, lightning. Kung fu fighting. You trying to get into kung fu? I want some kung fu chicken tonight. Ayo. General Kung Pao Wow Chicken. General Dundee Good Chicken. Ting Wan Tan. Who is like a wolf? They got like a rub and tug by me, dude. It's fucked up. I seen on the Google. I was googling weird shit. Me and my dude were like, "What kind of like weird shit is there?" You know, I'm not maybe trying to go there, but like, I want to know what they have. I definitely found something that was guaranteed rub and tug, dude. I don't even know how there's this website, man. There's this website. I don't know about it. You gotta have like a torrent blocker. It's on the black web or dark. What is that? Dark web? On the dark web. And you go on the dark web and you find all these like drug dealers. It's like what was that shit called? The Silk Road back in the day. It's called the Silk Road. It was like all these back channels, dude. They were super private and encrypted. But now the government hired all the best hackers because they have lots of money. And that's the thing with hacking, dude. Like, you might go to prison, but then it's like, well, they probably do they make you do your hacker job from prison? No, they probably don't. They're like, hack for us, we'll let you off scot free. The FBI is hacking the CIA. And they're all actually against each other. It's a power struggle. is a night. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is kind of. Hey Google, show me the treasure map to the Holy Grail. Yes, I will show you the treasure map to Holy Grail. It is found in the Holy Grail was seized by Bill Gates and his crony army, and is currently located in his asshole. My daughter said she did a kickflip on the board, but I didn't see it with my own eyes, so I don't know. I believe her though. I believe her. I think she got the kickflip. She said she got it. You know, I kind of showed her like how to do a tech deck, kind of. Let's get back on topic, y'all. This intermission was sponsored by Blue Chew. No, I'll never do that. It's weird. Why is that? I don't know. Never mind. Never mind. I'm good. Or like, what's the drink? I do liquid death. I'll drink a liquid death. I mean, it's stupid. It's just sparkling water in a fancy can. The only reason you buy liquid death if you want to look cool when you bash over someone's head. Okay, so let's get to the next one. I don't know. Expanding baby universes isolated from our own. They're making universes. It's literally just Rick and Morty. They're literally just talking about what they saw in Rick and Morty. I want some like a dome that would take off into space, that would like some Wall-E shit, man. Black hole power plants. The idea of dropping matter into a microscopic black hole and capturing its runaway Hawking radiation to create ultimate clean energy source. Because Stephen Hawking discovered a black hole. That's what he says when he tries to get them midgets. Ain't broke me, astrophysicist. Well, how could he be smart if space isn't even real? So there's no such thing as a black hole, by the way. I mean, I can't say that. Sorry, that's really bad. But there's nothing that's gonna suck in our solar system, and it doesn't expire either. So get used to this shit. Because I don't know, maybe you reincarnate in other places, but you can probably reincarnate back into here. So get used to it. Figure it out, dude. The idea of dropping matter into a microscopic black hole and capturing its runaway Hawking radiation to create an ultimate clean energy source. What do we think about that, guys? They're gonna what? They're gonna capture its Hawking radiation when they throw stuff into the black hole. They're gonna feed the black hole. You'd have to feed it. What are you feeding it? They're gonna feed it with people, bro. They're crazy. These scientists are crazy. I'm sorry, that was too much. I didn't mean that. This is all for comedic. This is all for comedic purposes. Everything I say is completely false and just for funny comedy, blah blah blah, entertainment purposes only. It's not. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We're done. Okay. This is stupid, you guys. All of these are so stupid. You would have to drop matter into the microscopic black hole to capture its Hawking radiation. You'd have to drop something in there, and it would get sucked up by the black hole and turn into a little thing. And then I guess when that happens, some kind of radiation, and then you capture it. And apparently it's the ultimate clean energy source. I don't think throwing matter from our area into something that sucks up the matter and turns it into nothing, and might, if it gets out of control, you just all get sucked into the black hole. But that's not real. That can never happen. It's not real. Space is fake and lame. It's fun, I guess. I like astrology, maybe. All right, star lifting next. Can we do like history? There we go. Discoveries that changed the world. 12 of the most mind-blowing scientific. All right. All right. This is looking better. This is looking better. Got this dude with this funky shit. And if this stuff gets the wrong reaction, it's going to take him out. That's why he's got to wear all this stuff. All right, this is the website How Stuff Works. All credit for this goes to them, blah, blah, blah. Even though it's probably written by AI or some bullshit. As we might like to think, sorry, my nuts itch. As we might like to think, our collective knowledge has unlocked most of the mysteries of the universe. You said what, bro? They're already pissing me off. Get to the point. Pause. Chicken and bell. I have a problem with this. Ding, ding, ding. What do you mean that we like to think our collective knowledge has unlocked most of the mysteries of the universe? We've only got a hold on a tiny fraction. No one thinks that. What do you mean people think they know the mysteries of the universe? Yeah, they act like that, but it's bullshit. We know that. All right, they're admitting that we only know a little bit. Cool. These guys are nice. At least it is true though. That is crazy. People think that. Like, oh, we've discovered so much about humans and we're so close to fully understanding this universe and how it works and harnessing its power. Like, no, you're not. The spirits just want to know if you're here to have a good time or what. You're not here to have a good time, take everybody's money, turn everyone into a black hole. Spirits aren't gonna like that. Spirits aren't gonna like that. Every once in a while, a new theory completely upends everything we thought we know and sends us down a new path that might hold the key to all of our unanswered questions. Like what? What do people really care about? For Christ's sakes, just give it up. Well, the universe could be a cheese sandwich or even a turtle's dream. If you really look at the dimensional aspects of the universe, you'll find that there is a couple of interesting theories that fit. Whether we are part of a multiverse or an even more complicated collection of universes, we still have lots of unanswered questions. Like, is there like a God? What happens when you die? We must trust science. Science tells you that when you die, you go in the fucking ground and nothing happens. It's not full of shit. People have a show. Are you doing? Man. Hell yeah. Lazarus, Lutheran. It's good to believe in something and have a peace with it. I don't know. I'm like the dudes from from Lebowski. What's that movie? The Big Dirty or something like that. Polly, what's the movie with the Big Lebowski? Help me out here. And they're like, we don't believe in anything, Big Lebowski. Mr. Lebowski, we don't believe in anything. I'm not a nihilist. I don't believe in nothing. I'm just about the reincarnation type vibe. Other than that, I don't care. It could be anything. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm like agreeable with people because I don't really have too much of a grounded. I have very spiritual beliefs and I'm very deep spiritually, very deep, like an onion. But it's like a candy. It's a caramelized onion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the movie was called The Big Lebowski. Thank you, Polly. Um, yeah, it's better to just have the faith though. Like having a faith in it's big chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? The science is like weird, Science trying to define what we are in terms of our existence. They get weird with it, man. They make you feel small. They're trying to make you feel small. But religion kind of more unlocks that. We're having like deep rooted spiritual beliefs. the spirits around us, spiritual world, however your relationship with that is, I respect it. But I mean, does that make me a nihilist? I'm like a fence sitter, dude. If Jesus comes down, I'm just all right. Then there you go. I'm with it. I got a Bible in here. You feel me? I wear cross earrings. I'm with it. I grew up Catholic. Um, my grandma. Did you say you were Lutheran? Yeah, my grandma was Lutheran. So see, I'm cool, dude. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Thank you, Colt Smith. Have good. I almost said Friday because I got off work tomorrow. I would have preferred to work, to be honest, but yeah, Thank you. Yeah, I do a lot of like the 24-hour type where I send my old podcast live through the middle of the night. So I really don't be on too much. So glad that you were able to catch me live because I don't be on here too much. But yeah, we can all agree that science, I know everybody here at least can agree that science and these scientists, they try to play God, they try to downplay any type of God and stuff like that. But we're just looking at a brief overview of different theories. This is just like theories, the craziest theories. I wanted more like technology though. Like something like Iron Man. Like yo, Russia in 1962, Russian scientists tried to make Iron Man. Yeah. Iron Man came back to kill the people he once saved. I am Iron Man. Yes, Polly. 150 milligrams of caffeine is appropriate amount to be Iron Man. Yes, that's all it takes. I was biffing the caffeine today. I had to lay off. I'm not even on it right now. Maybe just still on it from earlier. Only like 600 milligrams over the whole day, and that was like a lot of hours. I woke up at like 7 or something like that. Went to work, did stuff. Okay, what's this saying? The eukaryotic universe theory. Is this erotic theory universe? Erotic universe theory? Hey, pardon. Providing an alternate to the widely accepted Big Bang theory, the eukaryotic universe theory suggests that, unlike the Big Bang, which supposedly began from a singularity, our universe is actually two universes that smashed into each other. That's stupid. It's thought that this had the effect of resetting our universe. There's expanding like the Big Bang. Well, instead of the Big Bang, man. Like some like country lads or something. This is what they say up in a West Virginia holler, dude. Go up to the holler. Well, maybe you got the whole universe was like this, and you had the other universe, and then they're moving, and then bang. Go Mike Breen, dude. Where my basketball fans at? Bang, bang. When somebody makes a 3-pointer, bang. Dude, I didn't even do it to be trendy. I was just doing laundry, and look at the jerseys. It's just randomly I had sitting here on my chair. Steph Curry, dude. Look at this. I'm just a douchey, trendy guy in Mahomes. Dude, what a fucking disgusting combo. I'm a big Cleveland fan, but I'm a big sports fan, That looks so bad. Dude, I have a bunch of jerseys, I promise. I have some, like, I got Kurt Warner. I got all sorts of weird ones. But I do happen to have Mahomes and Curry. That sounds like a Indian meal. Yes, I will have the Mahomes and curry stew. The Mahomey curry, extra rice. Hell yeah. The big crunch. All right, dude. What the fuck? No, dude, we were created by like some spiritual, and we've probably always existed. Time works same backwards. It's just loops. Who cares? They're like, what is time? Yeah, Who cares when the universe started, dude? We got here. It's all right. It's all right. You ain't got to worry about the Big Bang or the Big Crunch. Dude, this is like they're making up cereals. This is ridiculous. Did the Big Bang start in a Taco Bell restroom? Honestly, Polly, like, yeah. For all the that's what it is. It's shit. That's what they're saying. Oh, the big singularity went bang. And that made us all. Oh, well, they're all the particles were randomly created. Yeah. All the building blocks to the universe. And they still can't get a picture of your anus. Well, maybe my anus. They still can't get a picture of like Earth that looks acceptable. Is it 2030, Colt? Time and date is set of passing. What are you saying? Like the passing of the Nazareth National Safety Recognition? National Safety Recognition. Oh, mate. Is this? Am I getting? Was this? Is this person? I'm getting scared, dude. You're scaring me, dude. You're scaring me with this. You gotta be specific. I speak in specifics. You gotta be like Polly. You see what I'm saying? Polly is specific. Big Crunch sounds like a nesty candy bar. Do you work for one of the, I'm not even that bad of a conspiracy guy. I'm not even that bad of a conspiracy guy. How much money you want? All right, yeah. What do you want? I'm not. No, I'm not. I know. Let me get off probation before I do fake police reports. If you send me money, I'll do a fake police report for you. What county? What's up? I'm gangster, dude. Trying to gangster test me? Lightyear Woody. I fucks with Toy Story. All right, the existence of white holes, bro. I'm done. Why are they doing this to me? This is hilarious. Everyone knows about black holes and how their immense gravity sucks in. I don't. I actually don't. Because I don't believe in a black hole. It's like what Colt's saying. Maybe God might smite us and build anew, like some Noah's Ark type shit. Or he'll just let Iran blow everybody up. I don't know what Jesus is going to do in this situation. He's probably a diplomat like everybody else. That's high level. You feel me? Theoretically, they're the exact opposite of a black hole. Instead of sucking in matter, they spit it out. Yeah, the scientists have never observed one. Okay, shut up. All right, isn't this cool? Fermi paradox. I've seen this. I think this is cool. I think we're finally gonna actually find something that isn't just space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Okay, that's originally put forth by physicist Enrico Fermi and Michael H. Hart. The Fermi paradox consists that if the Drake equation is correct, whenever Drake, the rapper Drake, makes a gambling bet, you want to bet against him. That's the Drake equation. You can make money off that shit. Fade Drake in the gambling. But going on to the science, there are actually millions of intelligence life to be found on our Milky Way. And then it makes sense that we should have picked up some sort of signal from at least one of them by now. Okay, here's what he's saying. He's saying if there's other intelligent life within our galaxy, we should have by now, through human history, received some sort of signal. Not saying contact or straight up confirmation of what the other intelligent life is potentially in our galaxy. But at least some kind of signal, bro. Like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the message, be like, yo, you're trying to hit the club from the people from the other Earth, or if there's Earth and smart people like us, the first thing you want to do is ask the person if they'd like to go out and party. That's what you do when you meet a new person or something like that, right? I don't know. What if you want to make a friend? What do you think? Let's go out do something. It's like let's meet up at Jupiter and get more stupider. You know what I'm saying? The first contact from alien life is like a song. Hey, this like a song about cocaine or something. Yeah, yo. All I know is yeah, yo. That song. The song Yayo by some rapper who named his name after cocaine. Like, yo, we got that shit too, man. No, what would it be like? It'd just be like, I'm here, I exist. We send that, we do that. Apparently, I don't believe in anything and everything they say with the science, but apparently we are sending out signals. Again, I could be wrong about everything I say. This is for comedic and entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. 50% off Blue Chew. Use promo code. I can't get it up. Use promo code. Go buy some ginkgo biloba instead. You'll be fine. Probably what Blue Chew is. No, I think it really does some work, but I don't need to worry about that. Good. Intelligent life to be found in our own Milky Way galaxy. It makes sense that we should have picked up some sort of signal. Yeah. This argument has been referred to as the Great Silence. Ooh, so it's the Great Silence that we haven't heard from any homies in our galaxy. So there's probably not other homies in the galaxy. Maybe there's like fish or something, but they don't know they can't do shit. They're not intelligent. They're still got to develop another million years, but I don't believe in all that spaceship. But apparently, if space is real, blah blah blah. There's other planets that could potentially house life. Everyone knows that, but they've been silent. Maybe they don't like us. They have too many nukes. Russia, you guys know Russia has the most nukes. They're probably gonna blow up Ohio or something. I'm probably gonna get like Canton, Ohio, Fame City, dude. I think if somebody's gonna nuke, if somebody sends a big nuke or something to America, I think they're going for Canton. I think I'm done. I've been thinking about this lately. It's a Hall of Fame. The Americans love their football. It's blow up the Hall of Fame city. What? It's really just kind of like, well, it's a mixing pot of it really is a mixing pot of different races and classes. You go one neighborhood is kind of like busted up. I mean, you can shoot off fireworks at each other at 3 a.m. and party hard, but it's ghetto. And then you go to there'll be like a lake, and they got like millionaires living on the lakes, all these millionaires and stuff. So, and then you just got your normal suburban, anywhere in between, any kind of demographic you can think of is in this area. So it would be kind of like, oh, you love your, it'd be like, oh, blow up your Hall of Fame city. And it was also decent example of America assimilation of many cultures functioning as one whole area, society, locality. And Russia. No, we got to make somebody call Putin. I'm like one of them crazy people that runs on the White House lawn. Like, I know how to make peace. I know how to make peace. Let me talk to the president. I know. I figured it out. I figured it out. We got to tell Putin. Okay. Let me talk to Putin. They're like, oh, man. They got to tranquilize this guy. Blow dart gun, dude. I kind of want to know what Colt's talking about, though. He has intrigued me. Are we talking about like the war, national interest? Am I a national interest? Am I like wanted or something? That could be. I wouldn't think I'd be. I don't think so. I do not think I would be wanted. I think if I was wanted, I think they have enough information on me. But the FBI is a bunch of idiots. Last came here. Well, I don't think they'll come back after what those agents had to go through. No, I'm not the Joker, bro. I'm playing. It's a joke, comedic, comedy, funny, haha, boom tisk. Theory suggests that we might be living a computer simulated by an alien race in some distant galaxy. You know, this is maybe one. No, I'll hear you out. Universe is smashing together to make our universe. Get the fuck out of here. No more crunch theories or Big Bang theories. Big crunch. You do what you want with your big crunch and Big Bang cereals or whatever you're trying to do with that. But I can mess with some simulation theory. There's actually prominent. Okay, blah blah blah. While it may sound like an idea dreamed up by someone who has watched too many sci-fi movies, there's actually prominent scientists and physicists who not only think the simulation theory is possible, they're working on experiments to prove it. I don't know how the fuck you do that, but okay. In particular, a team of German physicists are trying to create their own program simulation of our universe. So they're saying if we can create a simulation, which yeah, we can do that, right? Because you got whatever these Germans are doing, and I'm just saying. You think I don't know how I mean, I guess they sanction you after war. Your country, if you do really bad things, and your country gets sanctioned really bad. But you think they don't got some of that? I guess maybe United States stole all the Nazi science. Because Nazi scientists, man, they're nothing to play with. They're onto some crazy shit. You don't want to mess with that. I'm saying not in a good way, but destruction. Some bitches were trying to destroy some shit on a particle level like they got with the CERN Hadron Collider nowadays. They probably had it. They unleashed ghosts and shit, dude. They were not to play with. They had evil. They were tapped into pure evil. And that evil can be strong, and it will give you the information on how to, like, making computers to enslave people. Well, computers are fun, though. Man, maybe we're overstimulated, and computers and the internet maybe like haven't been maybe the most perfect integration in society with social media addiction and all that shit. Don't. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of that technology lingered from after World War II, and they still have this. So if the German physicists are trying to create their own program simulation of our universe, which really just involves you driving to the store in a BMW on the wrong side of the road, going 200 miles per hour on the Autobahn, the highway in Germany that you can go as fast as you want. Just kind of stupid. Why do people want to go fast? I mean, I think, is it fun to go fast in a car? Yeah. But the cars, yeah. A lot of people die from cars and shit. Get hit by a car accident. It's sad. It's messed up. Car accidents are scary, dude. But you got to just be a defensive driver and be safe. And you'll be protected. If you're safe to other people, it will protect you as well. Thank you, Ohio. Hell yeah! This is Ohio. This is Ohio based. Yeah. You see. I'm in Ohio. Yeah. Yeah, we're protecting our dairy farmers from the data centers. They got a UK data center by me, and I've totally called them and said crazy things a bunch of times. A bunch of people do it, bro. A bunch of people do it. Sorry, figure out. Go back to UK with your fucking data center. I like the UK. I like British people, but I'm looking to buy some data for my AI system that I use to brainwash people. FGA. Are you like QAnon, Coltsman? Are you like QAnon or something? Are you giving me some? I'm not saying literally are you QAnon. I'm saying are you like somebody in on some shit? Because usually this is if people are in on some shit, they speak in like codes and stuff. I'm being serious. Are you Australian? I like Australian. They tried to make Australia look bad during the crazy stuff, you know. All right, let's see what they're saying more about universe as a simulation. Theory discovery made by theoretical physicist S. James Gate lends further credibility to this of the universe being a simulation. Basically, Gate found was essentially computer code buried deep within the equations we use to describe our universe. Well, yeah. Okay, what? You didn't know that, dummy? What is this guy's a jackass? S. James Gate? Are you stupid guy? Yeah, binary code, ones and zeros. Yeah, sure. Of course, everything comes down to that kind of yes or no. Boom. You're the most powerful person on the United States continent, bro. Well. First off, United States, the country, and also want to spar, bro. I'll spar you. I think I'm the most powerful person in the United States country. Okay, you want to get? I'll baptize you on the basketball court, bro. What? I'm real American. What are we doing? Weightlifting, basketball? If you're saying you're the most powerful person in the United States, that means you're gonna have to be ready to go golfing, hang with the boys, dunk the ball, or at least do a good scoop lefty layup. Left hand. If you're left hand, do it right handed. Talking about baptized. Oh man, you want to get in the sparring? I'll show the baptism. I'll put on a baptism. I'll put on I got the tism. I'm baptized by the tism, the autism. Like this guy. Should I get baptized? What do you think, Paul? I was baptized. God likes me, I think. I don't know. Well, he messes with me. Fucking asshole. But I come back around. I give praise for God for messing with me because it only makes me stronger and usually makes me more money or gets me laid or something. I don't know what's up with that. Why when things become real shitty and mucky and I end up in the ditch? I like the ditch. Party in the ditch. I embrace the ditch. And I come out like John Cena. Yeah. All right, yeah. It was what is he saying though? What is he saying about buried deep within the equations? And it's not just any code, it's an extremely unusual self-dual linear binary error correcting. Okay, yeah, ones and zeros, yes and no's, everything's a matrix, blah blah blah, boom. Yeah. That can be spiritual. It doesn't mean we're a computer program. Ones and zeros can also be in binary coding. Ones and zeros can also be expressed as yes and no. And if you want to get quantum in it, then you can also do yes, no, and maybe. That's why all the quantum physics and stuff, because of the cat in the box theory. The cat's either eating poop in the box or it's dead. So yeah, oh, wake up, Neo. The Matrix has you. Like, chill, because again, I mean, yes and no means more like your interest or the outcome of things. Yes, it's somewhat of a binary land. But it's not. There's a bunch of gray area stuff. We're quantum, bros. There's always maybes. There's always gray areas. There's always explanations from each side in regarding any type of topic or discussion or argument or anything or debate or anything. There's always a gray area, dude. See, what's with that then? Why is there the gray area? What are they talking about? I don't know. Well, it's quantum mechanics. I don't know. The universe is a hologram. Well, then cut your dick off. Whoever wrote this. If your ding dong is a hologram, cut it off. Cut it off. If you think it's a hologram, bud. Golly. I mean, you got to be stinking me with some of the worst stink that get chicken. Get chicken in here and deal with this. Yeah, you tell him, chicken. You tell him how you feel. Come on. All right, we need to no. History. 19th century. No, let's go way back. 19th century, so like 1800s or something. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. All right, that's more about. All right, let's get that. Let's get the hell out of that shit. Get this bullshit out of here. Hold up. Universe is a burrito theory. Another great theory, Polly. Oh, so I'm forever baptized. Hell yeah, dude. What does that mean? I get into the kingdom of heaven. I'm on the highway to hell. Down. All right, my bad. That's not true. Peace and love in heaven. It's like some kind of book. It's like a school book. The breast douche. There we go. Cleanliness is next to godliness was a popular Victorian homily. Cleaning the various parts of the body apparently required special equipment. Frenchman Alexis Mantelet. Dude. Filled 2 applications for devices to wash the female bosoms. It says that, bro. I didn't even do that. Usually I'm the one who says bosoms. The first he dubbed a breast douche. All right, that's funny. Breast douche. Yeah, it's like the titty out of your milk. Yeah, it's like the milk out of your titty. See, I'm getting tired. All right. The saluting device, dude. What? Here we go. See some shit that's what I asked for. I don't want astroquantum theories from some overpaid scientist drunk journal. I want some old school shit where we're gonna put something on your head. I want this. A saluting device? What? Wait, what? What does it say? Like saluting, like a salute, like salute out. The saluting device was invented by James C. Boyle of Spokane, Washington. The patent states, be it known that I, James C. Boyle of Spokane, in the county of Spokane in the state of Washington, have invented a new and improved saluting device, of which of the following is a full, clear, exact description. This invention relates to a novel device for automatically affecting polite salutations by the elevation and rotation on the hat of the head of the saluting party when the said person bows to the person or person saluted, the accutation of the hat being produced by a mechanism therein and without the use of any hands. What the fuck did they mean? Like It's something that just says like, "Wah!" It's a hat that like gets excited. It's basically a hat that allows you to be like, "What's up?" Salute. When you're having a handshake, it also does like a thing. It gets excited. This dude was crazy. And look, it's reading your brain, and it's like it knows you're about to have a good altercation with someone, so it ding ding ding. What the fuck? That's sick, dude. I'm gonna buy that. Is that for sale? Ling, ding, 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 ding. Does it like know when you're lying? Animal trap. All right, we know about fucking animals. The gentleman's unicycle. Okay, what? I don't know what's going on. Are you smoking? Smoking dope. The gentleman's unicycle. What is it? All right. In 1885, the patent was filed for a gentleman's unicycle, which was supposed to be both comfortable and practical. It even had an umbrella to shelter the rider from the rain. So it was a unicycle, one wheeled. Cycling was a huge craze in the 19th century. That's the 1800s, if you don't know how it works. Very accessible to the growing middle classes as well as the rich. So they were into cycling. There were numerous attempts to cash in on this new phenomenon by changing the configuration and tinkering with the mode of propulsion. The patent by John O. Lore Patterson of New Jersey was yet another reinvention which never made the cut. What is it? It's a cycling. Where's the Oh, okay, look at this shit. Okay. So this is just a big wheel. This is before they had cars, right? It'd be like a spear you ride around in, like a sphere, all right, this big giant wheel around you. And then within the wheel, so you'd be pedaling, and your pedaling had the little wheels, which would make the big wheel go. So you'd be making yourself go. And it looks like something kind of goes in your butt. I think that's a non-negotiable, probably, with this. It would appear that, yeah, so it's going to go in your butt. But anyways, you cycle, and then it you can see here, you have an umbrella in case it rains. If you live in like New Jersey, does it rain a lot there? I don't know. I feel like they only added the umbrella because there's a place where it was raining a lot. I don't know. That was dumb. Oh man, what the fuck? Creeping doll. Oh, look at this thing. That's not cool. It's an atrocity. It's disgusting. In 1871, Roger J. Clay invented something which was clearly ahead of its time. Dolls at that period were hugely expensive, and the preserve of the rich, the rich people collected dolls at this time in 1871. So he had targeted this market immediately. The doll was a form of automation which crawled along on moving limbs with inset wheels. The baby. Why didn't you make a dog? If you're making a toy for a baby, why? If you have a baby, let the baby crawl around and just play with the baby. You dinguses. Are you serious? J. Clay, you wet brain. It was common at that time to call crawling creeping, and the doll's imitation is eerily realistic. So it was a crawling doll. Doll making was increasingly becoming the preserve of inventors as a mass production took over, and they tried to present a product which stood out from the crowd. Yeah, if the thing moves around, it's alive. Yeah, smash it. The doll never took off. Apparently, it was too heavy for little girls and not very interactive. Yeah, it just crawls around. What does it do? Life indicating column. What? What is it? Why is it on his ding ding? Yo, what is this? For anybody tuning in, we're looking at crazy inventions in the 19th century, which is like 1800s. Okay. Yo, why is it on his ding dang? Let's see what this is. A life indicating coffin. Does anyone have any idea what this might be? I don't know what they mean by this at all. Um. Anyways, this was J.G. Critchbaum. Patent was also one of the many versions of the same thing. Okay, like the other one, it was a coffin, like any other coffin. Death with another of the Victorian obsession. All these rich people are obsessed with death, Victorian obsessions, and being buried alive, or so they were tapophobic. They had taphophobia. Was a very real fear even before the work of Edgar Allan Poe. Oh my goodness. They were into that, being buried alive. This was yet another of the devices which allowed the entombed person to raise the alarm for those above ground. Like, no, I'm not trying to die. So, you want to be buried alive and just lay there to your death, and then you'd be like, oh, I'm not good anymore. I want to tap out. So you could pretend to be buried alive. How complicated would that have to fucking be? Dude, what the hell? Why don't you just make a sound hole and be like, yo, what the fuck? So wait, what if you wanted to like back out of being buried alive? What are these people into? These Victorians, bro. You know. That's why no one says I'm Victorian, man. They're weirdos. I have Victorian heritage. No, they're all weirdos. They died from burying themselves alive. Fucking weirdos. Colt Smith says, I think we can all agree we hate me being effing ugly. Oh my. Is that what you is that when you found the BBC news? I don't watch BBC news. I just watch BBC. Hey, oh, no, no, no. My Wrath of Evil Free. Austin Powers. Hell yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Let's turn it up, bro. You just gotta turn it up. When the devil turns up the heat, we turn off the BBC. Flying Machine. Yeah, Ruben Spalding, dude. That's the basketball day. Spalding. You get Spalding basketball. He filed a patent. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Ruben Spalding, basketball Lord God, filed the patent for the last example in our array of Victorian fascination. So rich people want to fly. They want to fly. They want to die in a hole, and they want what was the other thing they wanted? Dolls. They wanted dolls. They want fancy dolls that crawled around. Flying has fixated man since the earliest of times. What a bunch of losers. We have airplanes now. What fucking losers. What a bunch of losers, dude. They didn't even have airplanes. How would you go to like Punta Cana? I don't even know what that is. I don't or where it is. How would you go to Punta Cana? Where to get the Punta Cana? Ayo. We have no record of whether a prototype was ever made or any flight was ever attempted. So this is just like a scaling, like a proposal. Like, hey, flying machine, he's got wings. Dude, this guy was fried, dude. He found out about weed, and then he made this. And then he brought it to work the next day, and they're like, you're out of your goddamn mind. And then he got jumped by the Wright brothers, and they stole his idea, but they changed it. All right, that was sick. Cool. I need to get going. Thank you everybody for tuning in. As always, keep it better. Yeah, traffic is bullshit, Cole. I agree with you. They were doing all this yard work, not yard work. I'm an idiot. I was doing a lot of yard work over the weekend. That's why it's on my mind. They were doing this construction road work by me, and it was gnarly. It lasted way too long. That's what she said. And they kept tearing up the road, and then they'd build a new one, and they'd tear it up. They'd build a new one, tear it up. They were out of their minds. They kept fucking it up, and there's all this underground pipe in there trying to fix. They're out of their minds. Also, they could make a new splash zone car wash, so the rich people can make sure they get a car wash every day, like psychopaths in their Lincolns. You know what I'm saying? Fucking psychos. I'm biased against car washes because they didn't hire me. They wouldn't have got me on the schedule. It's not their fault, dude. They like me, I think. I was pretty tired though for the interview, and he started asking hard questions. I don't like that one. I don't like someone that I'm probably more experienced than in the workforce tries to like grill me in an interview. It's like, listen, let's cut it real, dog. It's a goddamn car wash. Are our hours gonna align or not? You don't have to ask me what is the time you had a problem and had to fix it. What is the time? What is a challenge in your life that you had to overcome? Hey, next time I'm gonna say I'm addicted to pornography. To say that in the interview. Yeah, I was addicted to my mom. I was addicted to crack, cocaine. And that was a challenge I had to face. I had to get off crack. Do you know what it's like to get off crack? Yeah, then don't start judging me. Where's the contract to sign? I'm ready to start. That's how you get a job. I think we were designed to fly, otherwise we would bounce better. We bounce pretty good, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get bouncy. Ow. We better get this. I feel like I'm stealing this person's background. All right, guys. For real though, peace out. Catch you later. As always, keep it real.